What's up, clan? It's your boy T Senpai, and I'm here with the legendary voice actor, Ray Hurd.
Thank you.
Today he's joining us here in Albany for Collector's Takeover. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right into it because, as most of you know, Fire Force just officially ended a few weeks ago, and we're all sad to see it. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick Ray's brain and see what he thinks. Let's get right into it. All right, so Ray, tell me a little bit about what drew you to the role of Charon.
Well, you don't get a lot of. You get requests. You know, they request you for roles. It's like with anything. You know, they'll put it out there and they'll give you an opportunity. They ask you if you'd like to do it. In this business, we don't really know a lot of what we're getting into. Oftentimes, we'll get to see the character. You know, you get the job, and you know, you just more or less go in and you kind of figure it out as you go. Yeah. They're very good at giving us the backstory and everything when we get in. But as far as how the character sounds, that's where we get to play around as artists.
Nice.
So. I mean, in anime, it's a little different because they often pick you for your voice. But my story is a little different because, fortunately for me, my natural speaking voice is the sound of almost every bad guy in anime.
Iconic.
So it works. Well, thank you. It works out. And so but what I started to do is, you know, after working with them for a long time, the directors began to trust me, and I could show. They would ask me to just put my voice on it, and I'm like, well, this character may not sound like that. I don't think they sound like that. And they're like, well, how do they sound? And that's when I knew they were giving me the opportunity to stretch myself, and I could show them what I could really do.
Yeah.
And that was how Selkie was born from My Hero Academia.
Love Selkie.
Thank you. And Charon, he was so brief when I initially played him.
Really?
And I didn't play him again for maybe a couple of years after that.
Yes.
Because after season 1, I think we had like a 2-year hiatus
Huge
or something
hiatus.
like that. Yeah, it was pretty big.
Yeah.
And then, or at least a year before it came back.
Right.
Another year.
For us to touch it.
Yeah, it was technically 2 years.
From when you touched it to when we saw
it.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, okay, season 2. All right, it's back. But by that time, I'd done it like a couple of years before. So I had to really figure out how he was going to sound. And because it was such a brief moment when I'd done it before. So I made him sound more like me. But as he got older, when he played, because I was playing the younger him at first.
Yes.
Then when I got the older him, I added this a little more of a gruff. You know, like he's been yelling and shouting and fighting and doing his thing for a while.
Yes.
And so, you know, his hair was a little different, a little scruffier, and he was a little bit more stout. So I figured, okay, I could add some more gruff to him and,
nice.
You know, toughen him up.
A little more maturity there.
Yes, you know what I mean?
Very nice.
You know, from the smooth, younger sound that he had before, Hamea, what's going on? You know, to the Hamea, what's happening?
Right.
You know? I just added that little
fatherly protector almost.
Right.
I loved it.
You know, like he's a little more battle boy.
Yes, he's battle tested now, right?
Yeah,
he's got his wounds, and he's been through this life with Hamea that's not been easy.
No, not at all.
And
so how it would affect him, you know, we don't see it immediately, of course, but when we get the story, it's like, okay, which was great because I got a chance to see the backstory that I didn't even know.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, okay, you know, and then but by that time, the director, Jeremy Inman, he's also Captain Obi in the show, and he directs season 3.
Oh, shit, nice.
Before that, it was Kyle Phillips, and then I think before him was Tyler Walker. And so it's passed hands, you know, over the years. But Jeremy has done a really excellent job at this season, just kind of grounding it, making things that were done in the seasons prior to make more sense.
Yes.
You know, and so we understand it better now, and it's been really, really good working with him on this. And he and I both were former firefighters.
Oh,
so
okay. I was a volunteer firefighter when I was growing up.
Okay, there you go.
From 16 to 21, I was a volunteer.
Yeah. Same way. So I was community. I was a liaison.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was. But I was suit up and I'd go out with him. You know.
So you really connected with this.
To like 15 to 20.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you really connected with this not just the character, but the anime itself and kind of what it represents in terms of protecting people. Probably.
Yes. I mean, you have a very strong sense of the urgency and everything that goes into it. You know, season 2 opens with the great battle scene.
Yes.
And then afterwards the calendar issue.
Yes.
And I thought that was so funny because it fit anime so perfectly. But that's real.
That's real.
And I thought that was so cool.
And that when I saw that, it was like, I remember texting a follower. We were talking about it, watching it together, and I was like, dude, Wait till you see this shit. It's gonna blow your mind.
The calendar is like, this is it's a real thing. And
how did it feel season 3 as we're talking about it? I mean, one, getting to, like you said, learn more about your character's backstory and really his connection, like we said, that kind of fatherly protector with Hamea. Because I think we really got to see that come to the forefront, not only at the end of the show, but specifically during that fight with Ogun.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It was a great fight. I hated to fight him.
Yeah, I wasn't happy about it. I was a little pissed.
Hogan. Yeah, I was too. And then what I wanted to do, the person I really wanted to fight, honestly, was Benny Morrow.
That would have been crazy.
Aaron is a guy I love that guy. Aaron's really cool. He's the voice actor for him.
Yeah.
Which for a long time I didn't know it was him.
Yeah,
I was like, "Yo, Benny Morrow," and he was like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Dude." So yeah, we did a convention together and late last year, and I was like,
dude.
So yeah, it was actually earlier this year. My bad. So anyway, yeah, it was really cool. But he's an awesome guy, and the character, he's so powerful. You know what I mean? He's probably next to Captain Burns the most powerful.
100% in that universe.
I mean? Yeah,
100%.
You know, so
easily.
yeah, Captain. I'd say
next to you.
Yes, yeah. But that's why I wanted to see them fight.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, among the heroes, like I said, he and Captain Burns, they're up there. So it's hard to say who would win.
Right. You don't know.
But definitely going against Charon, that's like, how would that, So we got a taste of it, but he kind of blows me out of the way. Like I was, when he does that whatever man.
When he went into his mode, and you know what? Let's just be honest, right? If it was a straight 1v1, we know who wins. I don't know. You had Ogun being to the Pope. If it wasn't for that a little bit of support assistance, I don't know.
Ogun's tough, but Ogun's not on the level of Benny Morrow.
Nah.
So that's why I was
like, and Benny would have been.
That would have been epic.
That would have been a fight for ages, right there.
Yeah, just straight up fight.
Oh my God, yeah.
No weapon,
just hands,
just hand to hand.
Oh
yeah, that's a real.
I can hear it now. So I'm literally getting chills. Right. Oh my God.
So I would have. That's what I was hoping. But the Ogun fight was awesome. I mean, he even does a bodybuilder pose,
Yes.
Point,
And when they're flexing, for me, Charles, like I said, watching the U2 fight was tough because in that Fire Force universe, a lot of people obviously gravitate towards Shinra being the main hero, but you and Ogun are actually my favorite characters in the show. So, like I said, it was hard to watch you guys fight, especially as the black characters of the show.
Yeah.
Because representation in anime to me is like one of the most important things, and I think it's a space where we get good representation. What was that like for you, being such an iconic black actor, being the voice of this character?
It was important. I mean, it's like I've been fortunate enough to play a lot of ethnic characters, believe it or not, in several different anime.
Mm-hmm.
And the first character I ever played was Azuma in Fairy Tail.
Nice.
So I was like, he's either some type of I couldn't tell if he was like Latino or some type of.
We know there's something there though. We got some flavor though. We got some flavor. Yeah,
so I was like, all right, cool, And so I enjoyed playing him. So that and a lot of, like I said, a lot of the characters, and I really didn't know until people started coming to me.
Yeah.
It didn't dawn on me.
Really?
They were like, hey man, you played. Thank you for playing all these different characters. I'm like, man, I appreciated the opportunity. You know what I mean? Because people thought I could, and then they gave me the opportunity.
Like you said, it wasn't more so you kind of going for it. It was the opportunity coming to you.
It was the opportunity was presented. And then I showed them I can do this.
And shout out to casting, because they picked the right one.
Thank you.
I mean, literally, like I said, for me, iconic when I hear that voice.
Thank you.
When I hear that stomp. That
clap.
Oh man, like literally every time. Never fails. Never fails. Man, we appreciate you so much for pulling up. Thank you so much for spending your time today here with us in little old Albany. Guys, thank you so much for staying tuned to the end of the video. Make sure you guys head over to Collectors Takeover and to Ray Hurd's IG account and give him a follow. All right, guys?
Yeah, my socials are here on the board, man. So yeah.
All right, clan. Until next time.
Next time.
Peace.